Hey guys, good morning. It is 8:48. I've been hitting a lot of angel numbers recently. I hit 838. I hit 818. I hit 343 in the morning. Anyway, yeah. So I'm just doing a real quick thing because I'm waiting for an Uber to get to my to get to the airport. Yeah, I'm getting there, early-ish. So we'll see what happens. But it's a beautiful morning. Saw a cardinal just fly right up, right above me. That was cool. Um, yeah, overall, uh, great part of the trip. I really enjoyed everything here, and I already kind of covered it all yesterday, but yeah, it was great. So, and I'm looking forward to um, seeing what ends up happening in this next leg. So, yeah. Um, I think something's gonna happen at the airport, either when I land or when I'm getting there. Not really sure. I don't know what, but it feels like something's gonna happen. So I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys later. Uh, yeah, I guess when I actually get to the new place, I'll say what needs to be said. But yeah, okay, bye. Hey guys, it's pretty late. It's like 10 something. It's 10:18, and I think there's people like right above me. So the walls are, I think, pretty thin. Well, I don't know. I just know that there's a lot. Okay, I will talk about it tomorrow. But I just wanted to say that yeah, made it to the new place, and it's both bigger and smaller than I imagined. Um, but yeah, I'll talk about specifics tomorrow. But you know, uh, went to a play that was really fun. So yeah. Anyway, have a good night. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, it's like it's 106, 107, and I fell asleep, uh, struggling a little bit with just feeling really like overwhelmed with like there's just so much energy that I got hit with today or yesterday. And the show that I went to, there were so many people there. And oh, the reason I'm making this video is I can feel this like anxiety. Um, I think there's like an overwhelm plus anxiety feeling that's just like hitting me. And it's just making me feel a little unstable at the moment. Um, and so I figured I should probably just like talk about it. And I know that I'm not going to put the lights on. This is just kind of, I'm aware this is going to be a bit unwatchable from a visual standpoint. But it's not about the visuals at this point. So just need to talk it out for a second. I think the main thing that I'm struggling with is the front door. The front door, literally, the fucking knob fell off. And I'm like, what the fuck? And, I got it to, like, stay up. But I just can't I can't, like, get over the fact that basically the knob just doesn't fucking work. And that, anyone could just, like, fucking open the, pull out the knob. Can they get in? I don't fucking know. Probably not. But, like, because there's, like, a deadbolt or whatever. But it's like that. Plus, going to that play, there was a lot of people. And there was just a swirling of energy that I kind of got bombarded with. And then there's also the energy of, like, switching cities and states, where it's like, each state, when I've gotten there, it's like it felt like I had to readjust myself to the state. So, like, an example right now, I feel like, tingling in my, like, lower back to middle back to, like, upper back areas while I'm talking. So I think I'm onto something here. And then, the bed is really comfy. But, like, there's the whole water thing of, like, I was worried about the water, and there's the Brita filter, and I forgot that because it was the Elite filter is different from the normal filter. And so when I did the Elite filter, I went through one, like, full like, container of the filtered water, and then I dumped it out, and then I filled it again, and then again, and I dumped it out. But I think I was supposed to fill it, like, way more times or something, and so I was worried about that, and then I looked it up, and it's like, oh, actually, it's probably fine because it's just little carbon particles that, like, it's like whatever. So even if I was to drink some carbon particles, it wouldn't be a big deal. But, like, so there's that. And then, I think, that meal that I ate has been, like, sitting in my gut really heavy. I don't think I'm gonna go back to that. It was like a Italian restaurant, and man, it's like, Jesus Christ, it hit my stomach, and it's like a rock, and I'm like, oh my God, like, this is awful. So I don't think I'm gonna do that again. Um, that plus like a new place. Like I'm getting like, like it just shivered. Uh, and I know that part of it is like, I set the temperature probably a bit too low, but I don't know. I I think I'll go back and set it to like 70 or something instead of like 68. But I don't want to be too hot, and it's like getting all the little things like figured out, and then I don't know. It's like there's also the worry about the divine partner stuff because it's like there's this person on the plane. There's actually two people on the plane. One that I think maybe I locked eyes with before we got on the plane, but then I just never saw that person again. And then, the thing, there was like a weird like thing where I felt like I like knew the person somehow. Uh, and they kind of had like a similar vibe to the person that I saw in New York. So I don't fucking know, but then the person I was sitting next to, like, we actually had good vibes going. It was really nice. And I don't know, like I just I know that I can't miss my divine partner. Like it'll just it'll just happen. But it's like there's a little anxiety about like it's like, oh god, that's it. And I missed him. And I'm like, yeah, I know that that's not the case. It's just more of like getting some like the like weird shaking stuff is fucking annoying. I know it's just anxiety stuff. But it's like, oh no, I need to go to the bathroom again. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Um, okay, bye. Yep, I'm back. Um, I know. I don't know how long this is gonna be. Um, there's been, I used the restroom, and I guess that helped a little bit with like getting rid of that like lump feeling. I turned up the temperature gauge to 70, and then I set the fan to auto, which I think means it won't just be constantly blowing forever. It'll only be when it's supposed to be blowing to cool down things. And then I've heard rain in the background, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not a big deal. And then giant fucking ass thunderstorm, and I'm like, okay, it's, I think it's like a lull, but which honestly, it's not really too bad. Um, But the thing that's really kind of just throwing me off is like, man, I don't know. I'll just say I feel there's a few things swirling around. It's like there's definitely fear in the back of my head of like the divine partner stuff is just not happening. There's definitely a fear on that. And I'm aware it's just a fear. And, it's something that just keeps popping up. Especially when I, like, open my heart to, like, okay. Like, the universe wants me to open my heart, so I will. And then feels like it's like, oh, did I misread? It's like, no, I think I still need to just have my heart open and just keep going. But some of the like intuition pings and stuff, it's like I can't tell if it's like it just feels a little muddled sometimes, or it's like my interpretation is muddled. It could be feeling really clear and I just later kind of relook at it and I'm like why didn't I do X, Y, Z? Or I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm aware that I'm kind of just walking the path and I have kind of blinders on, and that's fine. It's not super comfortable, but at the same time, I know that it's all supposed to happen this way. Doesn't make it any easier to walk the path blind, but I don't know. I feel like it was really nice to connect with someone, even if it was just, temporarily on the plane for a little bit, and then, as we were like walking out, that was nice. And, the feeling of like at the end there where, the person is like, it was really nice meeting you, and I don't know. There's something there where in the moment I could feel I could feel the desire to want me to still continue interacting with the person. And I don't know,
it's like with a lot of this stuff, it's all so small that and very subtle. But like I'm totally like I know that I'm picking up on this like deeper understanding that it just I just don't think it makes sense to, or from an outside perspective, because it's like what, you had a conversation with someone and then you felt like they still wanted to interact with you. It's like, yeah, yes and no. But anyway, I don't know. It's just like it really boils down to just keeping the faith and knowing that things will turn out the way they're supposed to. And it's moments like this where it's like how do I describe the fact that I felt like on the plane the person felt safe being next to me, because we were like, you know, I was in the window seat and then she was in the middle, and there was this other guy on the other side of her, and the other guy tried to chat her up multiple times, and she was just kind of like, like, no thank you. Like, she was cordial, but it very much was like, I could tell there was like a standoffishness, and I think the guy could feel it too, because he didn't try to pursue anything. But the reason I bring this up is because I could just feel that she felt comfortable. It sounds so fucking weird when I say this, but I'm just gonna say it. She felt comfortable sitting next to me. And it's like, how do I explain this in a way that makes any any sense from a logical standpoint? It's like, well, it doesn't make any sense logically. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I guess that's fair. And again, it's like, it's these little things that I don't know how to explain. Like, something that, like, I hadn't really understood this saying that someone had said. I don't know where it was from. I don't know why it came up in my head, but after the interaction with this woman, it was like something clicked where it was, oh, it's not about. So, okay. So the phrase or saying was something to the effect of, women don't necessarily pay attention too much. Now, obviously, you can be physically attracted to someone, right? But it's like they don't. The first things they do is not pay attention to the looks. It's about how you make them feel internally when interacting with a person. And I didn't really fully understand what that actually meant until today, where it's like, oh, it's like an intuition reading the like energy. And the energy kind of lets them, and I'm sure this is not just for women, but like the energy lets them, clues them in to like that like feeling, and then the feeling is what is used to kind of judge the situation. And I've had this on multiple occasions now at this point, where because my energy and my like all of the stuff around me has kind of changed, people just totally interact with me differently. And I can tell when someone's like really intuitive, I can tell that they are immediately are picking up on like the difference I have energy wise. It's like the woman that was in the movie theater, where it's like it was like we were long lost friends that were just, it was like we came to the movie together and then we left together. And it's like it's these little things where I'm like, oh, like, wow, what a different kind of experience. I've never had an experience like that before. And it just keeps happening. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that fucking mean for me? I don't know. And yeah, it's like it's a little confusing because I'm like, well, fuck, am I supposed to like read anything into this? Because I'm feeling something totally different? Or what? And it's not, just to be clear, it's not like I'm, oh, there's the thunder. It's not like I'm trying to, date any of these people. I have eyes for the divine partner, and that's it. maybe I don't know. It's like, oh God, I don't fucking know. I don't know why I've been talking about this for so long. I mean, it's definitely lingering in the back of my head that there's something going on there. Um, but maybe I feels a little bit like it's calming me turmoil inside. But something that I also kind of want to mention is the energy aspect that I was talking about when it comes to like cities. Oh, you might be able to actually see me a little bit. This looks so fucking weird. Anyway, so it's like I could feel the conglomerated energy that the North Carolina city I was in, Charlotte, I was like Southern Charlotte, or I don't know, fucking know what it's called. But I could feel that energy, and I got used to it. And then leaving and coming here, there's a totally different energy. And it's like, I gotta get used to this new energy. I didn't really notice this being a thing in the past. And it's like, okay, here's a really good example. I just saw 1919 on the clock. Imagine in your house, you have noises that become background noises. And you don't think about those background noises, they just exist. You go to a different house, and the background noises are all different because it's a different house. And you don't really think about how much the background noises matter for your comfort until you don't hear them. And to be fair, that's also something I've been feeling. That's why I had to get the fan, because the fan reminds me of my computer, and it's a whole thing. So, but so yeah, so that's kind of the big thing, is that background noise is what I'm kind of referring to, but on an energetic level, where it's like, I can feel it, and it just takes time for me to like adjust. And then on top of that, going to this place that had so many people, it's like it's not even about the people from a physical standpoint. It's about the people from an energetic standpoint, where like, the fuck is that? Why the fuck were the windows, like, rumbling? Fucking weird. Okay. It was like someone was rolling out, their, like, yard waste or something, but it, like, vibrated everywhere. Anyway. Um... So... So yeah, it's like, all of these energies were bombarding me, as I was like I felt like I kept getting like dazed due to just the sheer amount of like energy that was just coming my way. And it's like, oh my god, I don't know what to do with all of this stuff. And it's like I try to block out a lot of it, but it's just there's so much. I'm like, oh my god. And so I got really just like overwhelmed. Um, and it kind of came to a head when I was laying down earlier. I feel less overwhelmed because I think I've been working through a lot of this energy that's clearly not mine. But like, fuck, man. Like, earlier I was like, oh my god, almost like, you know, almost full blown panic attack. It was just like on the cusp. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna fall asleep. And then waking up and just being like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. Um, and then making the video is helping. But yeah, it's like, and I'm sorry, guys. I know that it's just a black screen effectively. But, like, you know, this is just helping. So I'm just going to keep doing it. But I, I don't know. It just, at the end of the day, you know, thinking about my wishes, you know, it's the divine partner, and it's the stability. And the stability comes from, like, within, I know. And then the love comes from within. But, you know, externally, having the divine partner there, there's like something about physical touch and intimacy that's like, it's just nice. And it's something I would like to have in my life on a consistent basis. I'm not talking about like anything sexual or anything like that. Like, yeah, that's cool, but like, it's just more about like the little things, like cuddling up and watching a movie, like I've said before, or stuff like that. Um, and you know, being able to talk about stuff at like, you know, either me being there for them or them being there for me when I have stuff like this or when they have stuff that they're working on. Um, that's the stuff that like matters to me. all the other parts of the relationship are like icing on the cake. Um, I don't know. I'm just thinking about this week, and I've also been noticing a pattern of like, if I get hit by too much energy at once, this is what I feel like. Especially when I move to a new location. It's like that new location has a different energy field that I'm going to be interacting with. And if I'm already kind of overwhelmed, it makes it worse because it's like I have to sort through the energy that I'm feeling before I feel like good. And once I do, then it's like I'm fine. Um, and so it's like recognizing that all of this, even the anxiety, like the anxiety, that's not coming from me. That's like my body and mind kind of responding to this, like, oh my gosh, there's so much energy I'm like working through. And because I work through it in the moment, it like reduces the amount of things that I can kind of parse. So if I keep pushing past the point of like that I can process it immediately, um it starts to get backed up, and that's where the overwhelm comes from, is like, oh god, there's like a backup of energy I have to deal with. Oh my god, what do I do? Um because I like dealing with it in the moment. So yeah, it's like recognizing the kind of signs and how it kind of plays out is going to be really helpful moving forward, because I can actually do something about it. But yeah, anyway, it's almost like I've been talking for like 40-ish minutes at this point about this stuff. I feel like I'm kind of in an okay spot now. Um, I think that talking it out and kind of venting the energy and understanding, oh yeah, this is where it's coming from, is helpful. Um, so I'm probably gonna do this more often, especially when I'm in like new situations like this. Um, I feel like I'll be calibrated when I wake up tomorrow, because it's like sleep. I do a lot of energy work while I'm sleeping, and I didn't really realize it until I like recognized, oh yeah, I go to bed with like a little bit of anxiety, and then boom, in the morning I'm fine. Um, because I processed all of the stuff that the anxiety was kind of pointing at. So okay, I think I'm gonna let you guys go. Um, I don't think there's anything else really to say. I'll try to talk more about the women on, or the woman on the plane, and just kind of the this like overall vibe I'm getting, because it's like there's something there, and it's so hard to describe. So I'm gonna try to work on figuring out how to describe it to you guys, because it's like, I know I'm not overthinking it, but at the same time, it's like I can totally see why people would think that I'm overthinking it. So, anyway, okay. Have a good night, everyone. All right, bye.